Well, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. This is just fantastic. It's wonderful seeing so many members of our college community, lots of students. When you get to be my age, you start to check on the market every day in terms of your retirement fund, and I'm wondering how the Dow Jones is doing today. You can find out right here. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you today to this celebration of one of our newest academic facilities, the Bloomberg Room. Of course, here students will have a simulated but very realistic, real-world market experience, and one that is, I think, going to be very powerful and certainly take us to a new level of excellence in our business and finance programs. Like all things that require the kinds of due diligence that make something like this possible, there are more people to thank than I can do today, but there are a few people that I do want to thank. Those include Sean Kerwick and Idea James from our grants office. They spearheaded and always do spearhead the work we do on grants, and this technology is funded by the Carl D. Perkins Grant for Technical Education, and they have skillfully facilitated that. Our business lecturer, Sharon Daughtry, who's been instrumental in this work. We also want to thank the folks in IT and in facilities, and those are led by Tricia Clay in IT and Ilya Ashman, who leads the facilities team. And certainly, I want to say kudos to our Dean of Culinary Arts, Hospitality, and Finance, Dean Paul Dillon, from whom you will hear some remarks in just a moment. But thank you all for being here. It's a wonderful new chapter in what we are doing in our academic mission and in our facilities, and we look forward to many more such celebrations. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our Executive Vice President and Provost and Chief Academic and Operating Officer, Dr. Eric Friedman.
Thank you, Dr. Reber. How many people in this room think this is awesome? Yeah, this is really awesome. It just feels so good to be in here and to be here with students. It's so important that students come and celebrate this with us. Three things that I want to talk about briefly. One, the incredible collaboration that this took and the incredible multi-level partnership that this represents. A state funding authority, a grants office, a facilities office, an IT office, an academic division, a technology and business partner. Is Bloomberg in the room? Where is she? She's working on the technology over there. This was about 4 years in the making to dream this, and then with a partner like Bloomberg to make this happen for the students, for their education and for their success. So the second thing is the focus on student success and breaking down barriers to success. If there are colleges or universities that have technology, that have equipment, that have labs, and we don't have it, we want to have it, and we want to do what we can do with the support of our board to make it happen, and with the support of our grants office, because in a lot of those cases, they make it happen. And our VP of External Affairs, Nick Chavrolati, who also seems to make money happen for us with partners out there. And so it's just a great team effort. But I walked in here ad hoc when there was activity going on. There was a class happening, and students were following stocks. They were building a portfolio and following. How cool is that? I mean, in my early student years, I wasn't doing that. I didn't know what this world was all about. So I am so proud of all of you. I am proud of the faculty members that are using this technology, that are teaching the students, that are mentoring the students. I see several of our faculty members here. Very proud. Thirdly, we're announcing publicly a new finance pathway in partnership with NJCU, directly all credits from our business program directly segueing and transferring into a degree, a bachelor's degree in finance and an option for a master's degree. This will help us to make that a really smooth transition. This is awesome. This is really the direction of the future. And I want to introduce Paul Dillon, who heads up the Business, Hospitality Management, and Culinary Arts Division. and he's going to talk about some of the ins and outs of this. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am so excited. I'm so glad to be here. And the good thing is that the air conditioning is on high in this room, because could you imagine if it wasn't on high? Okay. So it's great to see everybody. I really, before I get started, I'd like to thank Dr. Reber and Dr. Friedman for their support in allowing us to pursue this grant, because it all starts at the top and works its way down. And Nicholas Civrolati, as well, thank you and your grants office, because before this could have happened, and this was a, I took over the business division about 6 years ago. This is something that Chris Wall and I talked about, Chris, 4 or 5 years ago, where we were going to try and put a Bloomberg Lab on Newkirk Avenue so it had street presence. And because we've expanded and the college has moved, we haven't been able to do that. But we did take this initial space, and by the way, this initial space was meant to be a storeroom. It was actually a storeroom. Then it was an office space for Flick, who operate the conference center. We kind of gently removed it from them, and we turned this into a classroom, and now we've turned it into the Bloomberg Lab. So I know that both Dr. Reber and Dr. Friedman thanked all of the key players in this, but I must really say that Sharon Daughtry really she totally took the ball with this, and she ran with it. And it, sometimes it was kind of running uphill, and sometimes it was going downhill. And it's not always the road you take. It's sometimes how you handle the bumps in the road. And Sharon was able to handle all those bumps and maneuver. So I think it might be because she commutes down 1 and 9 on a daily basis that she was able to do that, but she really did. So Sharon, thank you so much. It's so much appreciated. Now, what this will do, what the Bloomberg Lab will do for us, is it will allow our students to become certified in Bloomberg marketing concepts. This is a nationally recognized certification through Bloomberg that will be then applied to when you transfer to NJCU on that finance pathway, or it could be St. Peter's, could be possibly be Rutgers or Keene, but we're really geared towards having all of our business students and hospitality students as well become certified in Bloomberg. You can also, once you get that certification, by the way, Sharon, I sometimes just say Bloomberg marketing certificate. You can get a little tongue twister there. So once you have your BMC, you can then you can look up information on stocks and companies. You can do research, and you can really. This is I think it's a life-changing experience that you can have here at Hudson County Community College, because from there you keep that your entire life. And that will give you a direction, especially when you're talking about personal finance or checking the stock market on a daily basis, which, by the way, I do as well, too. Okay, it's going to lead you that way. So we're very excited. And all of the divisions here under the Business, Culinary Arts, and Hospitality Management program are eligible to work in this room. So we will be making sure now, as we develop our finance courses, that we also make it accessible for anybody within the AAS degree under the Business, Hospitality Management, and Culinary Arts are able to take advantage of this and receive the certification. So, and again, that is all thanks to everybody in this room, because everybody contributed. So I just want to thank everybody again, and I want to thank everybody for coming. And now I get to do two really fun things. I bring up the ribbon, so we get to cut the ribbon, and then I can say, you get to go eat, but I would be remiss, because Dana is here from Bloomberg, and Dana will be doing a little workshop after we're done on how this actually works. So if you're interested in staying a little bit after you have a little finger sandwich there, some coffee, or maybe a little pepper salad, or maybe there's even, I think, some truffles out there, you can come back in and learn a little bit about Bloomberg. But can we please do the ribbon?
Absolutely. I would just like to say to our students, as you use these tools and this education, to invest in the stock market and you make a lot of money, we hope you'll remember your alma mater.
So, again, you can close it this way, and I want to invite you folks closer to me this way. That's great, that's great. Even closer, 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 closer. Closer back there.
Just a little bit tight.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Let someone else hold the end of that. Anyone can do it.
Count down from 5.